So did Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively have an affair on the set of It Ends With Us? Well, according to a woman named Gabrielle Hurst and a source that she has that worked on the set of It Ends With Us, they're revealing what went down.
Also featured in this documentary is Maya Schachter. She is a very experienced intimacy coordinator who did not work on It Ends With Us, but she brings a lot of first-hand knowledge and wisdom. And she said something that really got me thinking and resonated.
We need to talk about the symbolism in the Hollywood Reporter cover that is clearly referencing the Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively lawsuit drama. This is insane. I have no idea how I feel about it.
So how did this saga begin? And with the threat of future litigation, will it end up in court?
One Hollywood, the land of glitz, glamour, and hidden truths. Behind every dazzling red carpet moment and heartfelt award speech lies a story waiting to be uncovered. Some are inspiring, others scandalous, and then there are those so shocking, they challenge everything we thought we knew. Today, we're unraveling one such story, one that has captivated audiences and shaken the industry. From the meteoric rise of a star to an unexpected downfall, this tale exposes the complexities of fame and the unseen struggles that come with it.
After reading text messages between them that they each included in their respective lawsuits, this intimacy coordinator says, quote, "From reading their text messages, I do sense that at one point there was genuine affection between them and what felt like a friendship. In my experience, when an actor says, I don't need to meet the intimacy coordinator until we're shooting, as much as it hinders my process, it does typically indicate that they trust their scene partner. And those texts made me think that at one point, she did feel a lot of trust with him. And you know what? I actually agree with her." But we all know that quickly evaporated. Once the trust is broken, it's hard to get it back.
A secret affair, a rumored betrayal, two of Hollywood's most beloved stars caught in whispers that could send shockwaves through Tinseltown. The alleged affair? Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. Yes, you heard that right. But how did it begin? Why did it happen? And what could this mean for their families, careers, and the industry as a whole? Let's pull back the curtain and uncover the truth behind the headlines.
She gives a number of different details on Reddit about what was witnessed on the set of It Ends With Us, starting with Justin Baldoni saying that he was in over his head from the very beginning. Apparently, production delays started on day one, which kind of checks out considering we know that Blake's hijacking of the wardrobe set them over budget and also caused delays. But apparently Justin Baldoni was a little too nice, couldn't make any decisive decisions, and gave other people too much power on the set of It Ends With Us, which is probably how Blake Lively came in and hijacked it. And as far as Blake Lively goes, apparently people were afraid of her, and when it came to approaching her trailer, it was like poking the hornet's nest. She allegedly got 2 sets of ADs fired, and was actually worse than what her reputation preceded. Because we've heard for years that she's difficult to work with and she's a diva on the set, but apparently they're claiming, yes, that's all true, and then some. Which is why Baldoni would have to step in and kind of be the middleman because everybody else was actually afraid to approach her. But apparently he didn't have a strong enough backbone to really put her in her place, and he tried to appease her, which now makes sense why he kind of is talking to her like a kindergartner in the voice note that was leaked online. And then we had all the allegations about the toxic positivity workplace environment that he's created in the past.
Ever since the release last summer of her box office hit, It Ends With Us, Blake Lively has been dominating the gossip columns as a reported rift with her co-star Justin Baldoni became increasingly public. Rumours and allegations followed, from sexual harassment and smear campaigns to bullying and creative sabotage. But rival lawsuits filed by the pair in recent weeks have fanned the flames, shedding new light on the covert warfare of celebrity PR in the process.
Before we dive into the rumors, let's take a closer look at the two stars at the center of this controversy. Blake Lively, actress, fashion icon, and Hollywood's golden girl, is best known for her role in Gossip Girl and hit films like A Simple Favor. She has built a reputation for being effortlessly charming, immensely talented, and most importantly, deeply devoted to her husband, Ryan Reynolds. Their playful social media exchanges and seemingly perfect romance have cemented them as one of Hollywood's most beloved power couples. Then there's Justin Baldoni, best recognized for his role as Raphael Solano in Jane the Virgin. But he's more than just an actor. He's a director, producer, and advocate for redefining masculinity. A Hollywood good guy, Justin is married to Emily Baldoni, with whom he shares 2 children. He and Emily have often spoken openly about their deep commitment to their marriage and family. With both stars being known for their strong family values, how did they become the subject of such shocking whispers? Let's unravel the story.
On the flip side, Baldoni says Lively went too far by exerting control over the production, threatening to withhold promotion unless her demands were met. He also argues that she falsely portrayed their professional relationship to the public, tarnishing his reputation. And while Lively is suing Baldoni for sexual harassment, retaliation, and false slight invasion of privacy, among other claims, Baldoni is countering with a defamation and civil extortion lawsuit, claiming that Lively not only made false allegations against him, but weaponized them to force him into complying with her demand.
Or how? Do 2 seemingly flawless individuals find themselves caught in a web of rumors and accusations? That's where things start to get intriguing.
So when all of this happened, and these publicist names were kind of being dragged through the mud in the New York Times article, it almost saddened me because it felt like my profession was getting a bad rap and kind of misunderstood within all of this. And it made me nervous because Justin Baldoni's publicist in particular, everything that they did is exactly what I would have done had it been my client. So, to see them being dragged through the mud for that.
His lawsuit had way more receipts, never before heard information, full text messages. Hers had way less. He came through, he came prepared, and his lawyer said recently that there's even more receipts that he has.
The rumor first surfaced on a podcast featuring an anonymous Hollywood insider, someone who allegedly worked closely with both Blake and Justin on an upcoming project. According to this source, the chemistry between the 2 was undeniable, and what began as a strictly professional relationship soon evolved into something more. The insider described late-night rehearsals, secret text exchanges, and even so-called business trips that seemingly had little to do with actual business. They even claimed that the pair devised an elaborate system to keep their affair under wraps, from private jet meetups to encrypted messages on social media. And just when it seemed the story couldn't get any more intense, speculation arose that their respective spouses, Ryan Reynolds and Emily Baldwin, may have known far more than they were letting on.
They also talk about Ryan Reynolds' involvement on set and how he would kind of just sit around and watch from the screening room, which they call Video Village, which they said that a lot of crew members were weirded out by. Because, whose husband just comes to watch his wife in intimate scenes on camera? It's just weird. And when it comes to the affair rumors, they claim they didn't see anything and were shocked when the New York Times article dropped because they don't ever remember a single instance where Justin Baldoni made someone feel uncomfortable. They claim that if anything, people would just walk all over Justin Baldoni because he was too nice, which makes sense when we have the text messages between Jamie Heath and the unnamed producer that claim that he's giving Blake too much control and they didn't want to give her access to the dailies. So it kind of seems like this production was doomed from the start.
With the insider's revelation out in the open, Hollywood's rumor mill went into overdrive. Sources close to the couple, speaking anonymously of course, claimed that their off-screen chemistry was an open secret on set.
But when you read into his lawsuit, it's really fascinating to see how there's 2 courts that are playing out right now, and both of them have a lot of significance in their life. If they lose in the real court, obviously they're going to lose hundreds of millions of dollars that are at stake, but also in the court of public opinion, hundreds of millions of dollars are at stake. And so this filing to dismiss is essentially him saying nah, boo-boo on the defamation claim, you can't touch me, because it's satire.
Some people who support Blake Lively online have tried to tell me that this is just normal behavior, and in fact, men do this all the time.
That's totally untrue. All of that to a studio or producer would be a little disconcerting. You kind of want people who want to do their job. You don't want an editor who wants to suddenly act.
Yeah.
Or an actor who wants to.
One shocking claim alleged that Blake and Justin spent a week together at a secluded villa in Italy under the pretense of script discussions. A few photos of the lavish estate surfaced online, but with no concrete evidence linking the two stars to the location, it remains just another piece of speculation.